So, first thing I'd like to say, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to see if I can get through half of it before I fall asleep or whatever. Long Thanksgiving weekend. If you really think what I'm doing is helping, first, tell people. And second, um, please subscribe and hit the little notification so you know what I'm doing. I am actually I have a couple of videos posting. I think I'm doing Tuesday night again, the live. So give that a shot. Come on, ask questions, shoot me emails, text me. Text me my number, 917-597-5706. Text me, give me your name, where you work, all that stuff, and throw some questions at me. I'd be happy to help you. Okay. First question. When a broker-dealer acts on an agency basis to help a customer complete trades, the firm is normally compensated through, so I always think agency broker commission, ABC, agency broker commission. So that's the answer. We don't need to go crazy on this. B, markups is for principal. So if you remember, principal dealer markup, and then asset-based fees are more for investment advisor. And I've actually never heard of transaction surcharges. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Investment company financial statements are sent to shareholders. Just remember this, semi-annually. That's what you have to do. You have to send it every 6 months, okay? So now, number 3, the credit quality of an exchange-traded note is A, primarily connected to the strength of the underlying security. There's no underlying security on an ETN. It's basically a bond that your return is based on an index, and you don't get paid to the end. So it's not for income either. Based on the credit worthiness of the issuer, we'll come back to that one. Usually very strong. I don't think they could ever say that unless it was a treasury, which it's not. And always difficult to determine owing to the lack of disclosure required when selling these products to the public. No, I'm going to go with B because whenever I hear ETN, it is a debt, which means it's based on the credit rating. Number 4, when opening a margin account, the agreement that customers sign to pledge their securities as collateral for the loan from the broker-dealer is, okay, so there's 3 things. We have the margin agreement, which is the total, credit agreement, which is the terms of the loan, hypothecation agreement is using collateral for the loan. That's what it is. When I buy stock on margin, I hypothecate my shares, which says, oh, broker-dealer, if I default or if I'm not paying for something or I owe money and I won't come up with it, you can sell my shares. That's what it means to have them as collateral for the loan. Okay. Number 5, when comparing rights and warrants, which of the following statements is true? Warrants have shorter expirations than rights. No, because warrants are long, rights are short. Remember that. Warrants are long, rights are short. The exercise price of a right is generally below the price of the stock. So far, so good. When the right is issued, because we get to buy it at a discount as a little incentive to keep our ownership. The exercise price of a warrant is generally above the price of the stock when it's issued. That's true because it's a sweetener and we don't want to use it right away. So we have the exercise price be higher so you won't use it now. That's probably going to be the answer. Rights are added to bond issues as sweeteners. No, it's warrants are added to bond issues as sweeteners. So throw that out. And warrants protect shareholders against dilution. No, rights do. Rights protect against dilution if you choose to. So the answer is going to be B as in boy. Number 6, a registered representative located in California makes a 7:30 p.m. call. Well, 7:30 in Cali, and he's calling to Jersey. So that's 10:30, way too freaking late. I'm probably in bed. Permitted as long as the potential customer is not on the do not call list. No. Permitted as long as the registered rep had prior verbal consent. Well, normally that might be an okay thing, but it says cold call. It means you don't have permission. If I tell you to call me at 10:30 at night, you can call me, but not on a cold call. How can I get verbal consent on a cold call? Then it wouldn't be cold. It'd be sort of warmish. Permitted because the call occurred between hours of 8 and 9. Well, that's true in the Cali side, but not in Jersey. It's after 9 o'clock. Prohibited because cold calls can only be paid between 8 and 9 p.m. in the potential customer time zone. Boom. D as in dog. 7, investors whose bonds have been called as interest rates have fallen are now facing. Now, I see this question in my mind. I think, okay, that's call risk. They don't give that. So sometimes you have to find the one that's the best answer. Well, it's not credit risk, okay? So credit risk is definitely not the answer, okay? Because that's a bond has that, but that's not what they're talking about. And that's the other thing. You have to look at something and ask what they're asking. Yes, bonds have credit risk. Yes, bonds have inflation risk. They're not asking for that. Yes, they have capital risk because you can lose your money. The answer here is going to be reinvestment risk, because reinvestment risk is the risk that as rates go down, you're going to have to reinvest your money. The reason I disagree with this is because I think of reinvestment risk as the risk that as you're getting paid every 6 months or month, you're going to reinvest that. I think this is a better answer would be call risk. But again, on the test, there's going to be answers that you don't love. Okay. Ocho. Helen opened a Roth IRA last year and wants to know what part of this year's contributions she can deduct. The answer is, okay, so let's see. She can deduct 100%? No, because the Roth is non-qualified. Depends on her income? No. Now, the income thing says if she makes too much money, then she can't even put money in at all. That's not what they're asking. Depends on her age? No, we don't care. She can't deduct any amount. That is very, very true. She cannot deduct anything because it's a non-qualified account. It's contribution after tax. So the answer is D as in David. I hope I keep remembering to do that. Number 9, during the accumulation phase of a variable annuity, dividends, interest, and capital gains. Okay, A, maybe withdrawn with no tax implications. No, that doesn't work. Because if you take the money out, you're going to pay taxes on the growth at worst and maybe penalties. Our taxes on our income if the contract is non-qualified. Okay, that's true. But if you take it out, you're going to get a penalty. And it doesn't matter that it's non-qualified. All retirement accounts are taxes on their income. C, our taxes, capital gains. Nope, retirement accounts are always ordinary income and maybe a reinvested without any current tax liability. I have a problem with that because number 9, so the answer is D. Again, I don't love it, but the answer is D. You don't actually get the money and reinvest. It's automatically reinvested for you. You don't usually choose to get that paid out. Because how would you accumulate if you're getting it? So the whole point is there's a retirement account, money goes in and it gets reinvested. You don't have the choice. It gets reinvested. Again, it's one of those where I don't love the answer, but you have to go with the best. Dollar limits on 529 plans contributions per beneficiary are set by, okay, so 529 is a state plan. So there's no real federal dollar limit. It's set by each state. Like I think New York's like 350 or something like that. New Jersey's like 320. That's the max you can have in at any time. So 529 plans are run by the state. They don't have federal rules. Covered L's would have federal rules, $2,000 minimum, age at 18, 30, all these numbers. So number 10 should be letter C, as in the various states. Each state has their own contribution limit and what kind of securities you can invest in. Number 11, with regard to the price of closed-end fund shares held by investors, which of the following statements is true? The price is set by formula each business day? No. B, shares may be sold at a discount or premium to their NAV. We will come back to that. Shares are sold at the price calculated at the end of the close of business day. No, that's mutual funds, and that would be NAV. And D, shares are sold at a discount when the securities in the fund have increased in value. That doesn't make sense because in relative to the NAV, because things wouldn't go down if the value went up. No inverse relationship here. So yes, B is the answer because closed-end funds trade on an exchange. And it's set by market demand, bids and offers and stuff like that. So it's going to be B as in boy. Okay, we're going to go to 15. Okay. Number 12, a customer request in writing. A customer request in writing that his account statements be held by the firm while he spends the winter in Florida. Lucky guy. In response to the customer's request, the firm is permitted to honor the request for the time period specified by the customer, for a maximum of 1 month, for a maximum of 2 months, for a maximum of 3. Okay, so here's the deal. There's actually no more maximum, so this is incorrect. We are taking the right one. That's crazy. Okay, so the answer is they can go as long as they want, but anything over 3 months, they have to give dates. Okay, so you're allowed to get 3 months without even a good reason. After that, they have to give a reason. And it has to be valid. It doesn't have to be anything, okay? It just has to be a valid reason. Like I don't want my husband to see it or my wife to see it or whatever. Or I think I'm subject to fraud or people stealing my mail, anything. Just a valid reason. There's no actual maximum. But here's the thing. Again, you have to look at the best answer. In reality, and go with A, but here it says B. So in my world, say you can hold it as long as you want, as long as there are reasons. Number 13, which of the following is not an example of a restricted person under FINRA rules? Pretty much restricted means you work for a broker-dealer or the immediate family does. So basically, the spouse, yes. The brother-in-law, I'll go with probably a yes because he's your brother-in-law. And a child, yes. So it's one up parents, one down children, one over, which is the brothers and sisters. Your uncle doesn't count. So the answer is B here. The order of liquidation in a limited partnership is, okay, so limited partnership as a GP and LP. So without even looking at this, we have to know that GP is going to be last. And so it's always going to go secured, then unsecured, limited, then general. Let's find that. Secured, A's out. B secured, maybe B. C secured, yes. So the problem is you look at B. Secured, then general. No, general is less. B is out. Look at C. Secured is first, then unsecured, then limited, then general. I believe that's the right one, but I am going to honor my own thing and read the last one. GP, no, that's out. So order of liquidation is always going to be unsecured. Secured, unsecured, limited, general. And that should be C. Okay. All the following sectors are considered cyclical except, okay, healthcare, hotels, steel, furniture. Okay, so hotels, yeah, more money, good cycle, people go out. Steel, people build more things in a good economy. And furniture, people buy furniture in a good economy. People get sick and die and use medicine and pills and all that despite the cycle. So remember the defensive securities that are not cyclical. We have pharmaceutical, we have alcohol, we have tobacco, we have utilities, and we have food. So I say everyone needs to eat, everyone takes drugs, everyone needs to see and keep heat, everyone drinks, and everyone smokes no matter what. So A is the answer here, that it's not cyclical. I'm going to end it there. Let's see and that's a good 12 minutes. I'll try to do